All right, what's up, my peeps? Al Smith here. Today is Tuesday, and y'all know what happens on Tuesdays. Tuesdays are exclusively reserved for the Leafy Yard House. So, we got to get it taken care of. Now, today, the leaves haven't really dropped too much. But I had some leaves from last week and a couple of weeks ago. Oh, you ain't gotta be scared, buddy. I ain't gonna do nothing to you. You can help me work if you want to. But yeah, so I had some leaves from a couple of weeks ago, last week and the week before last. And it came from when I was coming over here, me just kind of like pushing them up against the fence line because I was trying to make sure I could get finished through my route so I could take my daughter to the concert. And then last week was the graduation. So I just was kind of like, you know, pushing them up against the fence line. And so, like I say, it's really not bad as far as the leaves go, but I still need to clean those leaves up against that fence line. And so that is what I am going to do. I am going to clean those leaves up against that fence line. And I think we'll call it a day over here. Grass doesn't really look too bad at all, to be honest. I cut it last week when I was over here. So the only major thing that I can see at this point is this limb over here, which is not bad. I mean, I take it. I will take it. It has been hot all day. It's been in the 90s all day. I mean, all day. So it has been a miserable Tuesday. Miserable Tuesday. But I needed it though. I need to get some sweats in, man. I need to burn some calories. My dad had came up and we were talking. And he like, man, how much you weigh, man? So I didn't know how much I weighed. Walk with me. I didn't know how much I weighed. So I told him the truth. I say, I don't know. I don't know. I say, well, shoot. I guess now's a good time. Now is better than any other time. Let's go ahead on and bring out the scale. So, man, we get the scale. I hop on the scale and it says the first thing it said was 178. It's like, oh snap. So my wife was like, hey, you gotta set it. She like, man, you might not weigh that much. She like, you gotta set it. So it's a way that you stand on it to reset it and have it on 0 or whatever, you know, whatever the case is. So my wife telling me, she like, yeah, you just gotta set it. So I'm like, all right, cool. So I get off and I get back on and it says 176. I say, dang. Listen, I've never been this size ever. I've never ever been this size. So I was like, wow. But see, the thing is like, I've been working out, you know. So A lot of it is just like muscle, but you know, it's still 176. But man, I was like, phew, man, I wanna start cutting now. But anyway, enough with all of the yapping that I'm doing. We're gonna blow these things up into pals. We're gonna rake them up, and we're gonna be up out of here. So, with that being said, if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's get to it. All right, my peeps, let's go ahead and do this final walkthrough. The backyard is not looking too bad. I'll probably cut it next week. The main thing was the leaves that were up against the fence line all around the perimeter of the house. So I did pretty good with picking that up. In this case, or in cases like this where it's like I've been gone, kind of like neglecting it, I always feel like, you know, I can always do a little bit better, but it doesn't look bad. As y'all can see, the curb, concrete area has been blown off. In front of the shed looks good. On the side of the shed, it looks good. Let's go ahead and make it to the front. The rock bed, it's not looking too bad. There are some weeds that I'll get next time. Over there in the pine bark beds, they're not looking too bad. It's not too bad. There are some weeds. Like I say, I get those next time as well. Over here is not looking bad. This is the area where I blew the leaves up into the pile. I got that, so that's not looking bad. Over here is not looking bad. This is the actual front area, and it's not looking bad. I'll probably cut it next week though. It is about time for a cut. This bed right here is not looking bad. It had ryegrass in it. That sun has killed that, so we're down to the bare dirt, weeds, whatever is left. Over here is not looking bad. Couple of weed leaves, but nothing too major. It was some branches that had fell in the yard. I got those, and we ended up with 3 bags. So with that being said, I got one more job to do, and I need to preserve my energy because, man, I am tired today. So I'm gonna do that, and I'll see y'all on my next one. All right, I'm out.